here, and welcome to another Midwestern Minecraft Mining Livestream. We are here on live stream number 25 of this series. To appreciate everybody who has come out. I hope that your guys' time zone, whatever your guys' time zone is most wunderbar. So, on the agenda today, of course, is going to be Das Minings is. We are getting very close, of course, to having to once again extend our mine shaft, but that is not going to be quite what we're going to be doing this episode. We will, of course, be working more toward that, but at the same time, we're still going to be doing stuff in relation to that. So, yeah. Yep. So I have been able to get some mining stuff done off cam, which is, of course, wunderbar in its own way, of course. So, hooray! And just getting all that sort of shenaniganery done will just help us out. Because, of course, here in a few weeks, we will be heading back into our main Midwestern Minecraft main series and all that. And, well, I'm going to need all the irons that I possibly can to hopefully there'll probably be some stuff off cam where I do some building on the item sorter. That's what I was trying to say. That. I'm gonna go ahead and here and get Minecraft relaunched. I was getting prep work done, and then I shut down Minecraft to be able to focus. Like it still sucks being on one freaking monitor, but like I said in last week's TQ2 season 4 stream. I can finally start to do a little bit more serious saving. So, for new monitors and all that. So, went ahead and I have gotten, make sure we're set there. That's full. Not quite yet. That's empty. Went ahead and fixed a pick, decanted myself of some levels. Didn't really need to worry about, fixing other stuff and all that. So let's go ahead here. Oops, that was an oopsie poopsies. Double oopsie poopsies. All right, let's see. We'll split that stack of torches there. All right, so as you can see, this is just from last whenever it was we last did this. We've had a little slight change. Took it slightly farther than where we were from. Originally, it was right here where you can see the glass and all that, but took it a little bit farther so we could have a little bit of advancement there. So let's get down to business. So, whoa, water. Of course, typical water shenanigans. Much shenanigans. Let's go ahead here. Whoa, hello. Stupid. What's it thingy? Don't you try that on me, dude. Yeah. Damn it. Sorry for my verbiage. I know I try not to curse, even though saying damn it is fairly mild in the grand scheme of things. That's why I hate those what's it blocks. really suck you down, and you're just, here I am just trying to mind my own business, trying to get mining done, and boom, I'm getting sucked down. Back over here. Screw it. Well, since we're so close, yoink, yoink. Get rid of the fish. Don't need no tropical fish. There we go. Make our lives a smidge easier there. Come on, thank you. Leave that open there for now, so I have at least a degree of light. Oh, did I? Hey, world options. Got to do that. Whoa, hello. And tree needs game oxygen. Yeah, come on. Tree, up, 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 up. There you go. There we go. There we go. I did it. Okay, I did get it. Come on. Oh, there's some redstone down there. I better go get that while I'm seeing it and thinking about it. Okay. Refresh my air level. There it is. Monoxidal. Iron. Ah! What the? Laggy twig finger made me do that. Careful here how we do this. Just trying to take advantage to see what I can use to peek around a little bit. Oh, lapis. Take, of course, a giant sponge force to clear all this water out. I'm not going to try to worry about doing that. There goes squid. Look, oh, what's it? A geode. A geode. And it hasn't been mined yet. So, what we can do here, we'll do. not trying to drown myself. Where's our thingy? Get another little bit of dirt. Come on, tree. Get the thing. There you go. We'll just swig from our supplies over here. Another half stack of dirt. Where I was like, I know I got my smooth basalt here somewhere. Sure to give myself plenty of room to hop up and down here. So now that we are finally in the there we go. Now tap into the geode here. Anyways, it's a good thing that we tapped here into the top of the geode. Just makes it easier to get stuff done. Let's see here. There we go. We're at the bottom. All right, so let's go ahead here. We are going to clean up some of our inventory here. Start by consolidating our torches and cobble. Of course, by using our fortune pick, we can make sure that on these amethyst shards, that we get a nice big allotment of them, for which we can make more amethysts. That's why I was waiting to with this guy right there, is because I was like, I want those amethyst shards, sorts of thing, you know. Ow. Ah! How did I miss? Clean up our mess. Okay, let's go ahead here. We will consolidate the shards that we've got into proper blocks. It's far more compact that way, of course. What we'll do here, Now that we have a certain amount of edge, that we know where the geode is. Always kind of liked the musical tone when you break an amethyst block. The chime, it sort of makes me think of a bell chime. Ow. You know, I just thought of, I just realized he should have done the thing before stream. Should have emptied out all the mine carts that are on this end of the system. But did I? No, of course not. Tree decided to be, well, foolish. You know, that might be something to do with, like I want to do a treasure room and all that. Definitely got to have a treasure room with some amethyst here in it. And I know that we have to, you know, build up the throne and all that. We'll have a little bit of amethyst as part of it. Because, of course, purple is a royal color. Color of nobility. There we go. That's what I meant to say. Did it. basalt set aside at some point. We'll probably use it to ultimately make our escape out of our geode here. Need to be careful. Start being careful in this little bit of an area here. Like I said, I know we'll use the basalt to get out. We still need to be careful so as that I do not get myself confused as to where I need to go. Because, well, if one were to get oneself easily confuzzled, well, that doesn't help anybody. How much, this got me curious now, is that, I know that, amethyst has been used as a, I don't remember if it's a precious or a semi-precious stone. Let me check here. My curiosity needs to be sated. Amethyst. Yeah, it is a semi-precious stone, according to Google. It's a violet. Let's see. Purple. It's a violet variety of quartz. Ancient Greeks swore amethyst and carved drinking vessels from it, believing it would prevent intoxication. Well, famous last words. It's I've known knew it was a stone that was valued for its beauty. Of course, it's here in Minecraft. It's nothing going to be nothing much more than a decoration block. That would be another thing to do is use it not only for a little bit of the throne. No, not too much. Not too much. The throne, but also headset back up. So I turn the volume down naturally. Yeah, I just couldn't remember if it was a precious or semi-precious stone. My gut instinct was saying it was semi-precious. So we've been using the calcite here as part of the decoration for base, and there in the main hall, and it was like that was part of the reason why I was going for it was I knew that it would it's a little bit different from of course the quartz we get from the Nether. Ah! Tree, you done goof, son! Done sprung a leak. Done goof, son. There we go. Leak fixed. Well, now all we gotta do is just wait for the water to despawn. Tree, just bloody freaking goofed up, son. And this is why I said I had to be careful. I've actually seen geodes IRL, and it is pretty. Geodes with purple amethyst are pretty. Not, of course, I know that we didn't have to come and mine this thing, but it's like, it's, you know, it was one of these things, it was an easy enough find, it wouldn't be too much out of our way to have to go mine it. Besides, I've got both calcite and amethyst set into the to the item sorter itself, so that should hopefully be enough blocks of basalt. Hoping it be. That should be enough. Now, there we go. All right, let's see here. Let's finally work our way back to our stuff over here. We're not gonna, after that little escapade, come on, there we go. After that little escapade, I am in no mood to try to find anything else. All right. So let's see. As you guys can see, I've already been through another amethyst. So this is fun. I should have frickin' emptied stuff out, but did I? Oh, no. I didn't. Stick in there for a sec. Where's that redstone? There it is. Just quickly making sure on the stuff. Oh, that's iron. Iron goes over here. 7 complete stacks of iron blocks, which is of course a metric in its own way, a ton. A ton of iron, but we still need more irons. All right, back to our regularly scheduled mining sesh. This area is slightly lit up so we don't got too much to worry about from baddies spawning. Don't want no creepers coming blowing us up. Don't want no spooters or zambits. Any of them sorts of baddies. Alright. Quickly decant ourselves of some of our dirt here. A little bit of the other stony stuffs, so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that's I forgot to excuse me, I forgot to of course, as said, and as you guys saw, just got distracted enough and forgot enough to not have decanted our mine. Ah! Of course I go put the I could go and put the dirt away and there's more water. Get me wrong. Water is the elixir of life, or at least life as we know it. And still, it is a huge pain in my arse to have to worry about these flooded thingamabobs. It's just excuse me. Sorry about that. No, I technically don't need to do that, but we got plenty of clay as it is. But, you know, that's why I don't do as much clay questing as I used to. And there's some iron right there. Not iron. Copper. Don't know why I said iron. I've got, obviously I've got iron going around in my canopy, guys. Let's see what's up over there. And down there at some point. Let's see, let's stick our canopy up in here, guys. Put copper here. We'll come back for that on the way down. Just wanting to see if there's anything worth hooting about up in here, and not much. I mean, obviously, somewhere nearby, there's the continuation of the this cave system. Sounds like it's this way, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I know I don't really need clay, I don't really need copper, but, you know, I can still use them to, you know, like, smelt. And use it for XP on the smelter. That's one of the nice things that Mojang has added. Is, as I recall reading or seeing somewhere, I don't remember where off the top of my canopy it was. I know that, or at least it's my understanding that for quite some time, modded Minecraft had a sort of thing to where, you know, you could have your furnaces, ferni, whatever form they were. Galacticraft Season 2 by Achievement Hunter. That's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking of. That is what Canopy decided to activate finally. But yeah, I didn't mean to do 2 torchies. This one is one. Just the one. And Enderman's been by. Why else would a dirt block be like that? Why else would a dirt block be like that? Now, some gold right there. Just quickly seeing what might be refreshing my canopy as to what might be over. And again, an Enderman is doing their stuff. That they move clay blocks, they move dirt blocks, they move moss blocks, they move grass blocks. Endermen have been afoot. Make sure we get something to eat here pretty soon, but we'll wait for our hunger to do its stuff. Iron! Iron! Huzzah! Hooray! Yay! And lapis. More iron. Edge of this pick just a smidge. Give it that little bit of extra help it needs. More clay. And of course I need torches. Our supply shulker box. Myself my stack of torches. Fat twigging keys. And coal. We got some coal. Flint coal? Yes, I had to make that old AH reference. Old Achievement Hunter reference. No, I'm surprised that I had so easily forgot that I should have taken my mine carts to go decant them of their treasure. I went to the trouble of, not only did I go to the trouble of repairing my main pick right here, but I also went to the trouble of excuse me, went to the trouble of decanting myself of some levels by using, sucking up the XP through enchanted books. So, I went to that trouble, and obviously Canopy wasn't fully operational in the capacity of, hey, tree, or don't you future-proof? No, I didn't future-proof in this regard. And that means we're going to have to gather up all our stuff when we get this side gallery done. And, on! Fortune pick time. Man. Now we're going to have to go and decant ourselves of some, decant our loot into our shulker boxes, of course. Here pretty soon, or at least some of the stuff we got into our shulker boxes here pretty soon. Our inventory is already bursting enough at the seams as it is, guys. Why? Oh wait, that's right, we're mining. Duh! Department of the Now, if mining in Minecraft were as hard as it is in real life, I'd have to go. Sorry, I gotta stretch. If mining. Excuse me. Tree, wake up. Tree, wake up. Now is not the time to be yawning. I'd have to probably go establish a mining consortium. Gosh darn, that's got me thinking about heists now. As the running gag of the mining. Whoa! Oh, that was. I saw the block there, and I thought it was an open air thing. It was just just rendering. And of course, now we have full inventory. Gosh darn, it's got me thinking of heists with mining consortium. Oh my God! Speaking of heists. It's a very, very sad day. I've talked about train guy heists plenty of times. There has, unfortunately, in his stuff, there has been an unfortunate event. One of his occasional collaborators, a guy by the name of Joel, better known as Bubbles, at the Colorado Railroad Museum, has unfortunately passed away. Let me see here. Let me get the linkage here. He made a post on both his YouTube channel and on his Discord. I'm getting up the not the Discord, the YouTube post. There it is. It's got a little bit of information on it, and it seems from now. See, it's now that it's Monday. Bubbles passed away on Saturday. Not much information has been released by Heist in terms of that. So I'm not sure of the cause of death. It is what it is. Don't bother Bubbles' family. Don't bother Heist. It is a time of mourning. Please give him and Bubbles' family that degree of respect. I actually got to meet Joel Bubbles last year when I went to the Railroad Museum for Colorado Crossings last year. And so yeah, I actually got to meet him. It's very sad though, guys. It's when I saw the announcement on Heist's Discord, I was like, oh no, why? This just grieves me, man. Wait. I'm a dumb. Stuff in the wrong box. Grieves me, man. So make sure you guys send out all the heartwood to Joel's family heists, all the folks he knew at the Colorado Railroad Museum and elsewhere. Gosh darn. Taken before his. I think a lot of people who knew of Joel would probably agree. Taken before his time. And dealing with death of somebody that you appreciate, love, know, etc., 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 is never ever easy. It's I've had members of my tree family have been lost, and it's like, oh. But in this case, lava, stand by alert, tree, be careful. Whoa, oh, there it is. There's the lava. No, tree, no burning, tree, no combustion. We don't need more death here. But it is not an easy thing to deal with. Of course, death is a part of life. That's a given. And well, let's finish getting this iron here first. Dealing with that sort of thing is not easy. Up. Blub, 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 blub on the iron. Another thing that Heist did, one of his stores from the shop within like the last, God, it's like 3 or 4 months, something like that. Something like that. Actually did a video on coal. And DNRGW 491. There was one Polar Express where they've got for the Colorado Railroad Museum. There's a mine outside of Hesperus, Colorado, which is southwest of Durango, and really southwest of Denver, where the CRRM gets its coal for its coal locomotives, 491, RGS 20, and even though it's not currently in service, the NRGW 346. So anyway, Heist had done the previous day's Polar Express at the museum. A little bit of hydration there. Speaking stomata was starting to feel itchy. But he had done the night shift before, and they had gotten this shipment of coal from Utah because their supplier at Hesperus had gotten snowed in. And so it was some place in Utah. I remember him saying, oh, hello, gravel. Yeah. He said it was some place in Utah. I don't remember if he said where. But the coal was no good for 491. Okay, weird sound effect thingy. Get that iron. So anywho, he comes back into the shop to start to get 491 ready to do Polar. And he's starting to do the stuff, and he soon realizes that this shipment of coal that they got from Utah was just the worst possible sort of. Let's see, we got 20, so just a sec here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20. It was just the worst possible stuff because it essentially formed a platform of ash in 491's firebox. Basically, the term, as he said it, is clinker. Basically, a version of concrete. Let me get you guys that link for you guys. Let's see. But yes, basically, it was a very bad day. Let me see here. Let's see here. There's the playlist. Let's see here. There we go. God, it was 8 months ago. I thought it was. God, I thought it was much more recent than that. Shows how much I remember about it. But yeah, it's one of these things of there we go. There's the link. But yeah, it was suffice to say, a very bad day. And they were able to get things running, but yeah. There's obviously some cave, something nearby, because that's Skelly walking around. Okay. Sounds like this area here is all well lit up. At least I was in here at some point. Sounds like it's more like alongside us here somewhere. Sounds like it's here to the left. Yeah, come on. More bloody gravel. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Area that's underneath us that's open, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to find too much, if anything, that's left. So of course, just gonna keep pushing on. Gonna keep pushing on. Is that iron? Iron. You know, speaking of iron and subsequently, of course, gold. In keeping with the vein, mining term, keeping of the vein of Colorado going, coal, of course, last year I went for my first ride on the Durango and Silverton Railroad out of Durango. And as I've said after that trip and time since, I am planning to go back, and I have found a place that I want to check out. It's east northeast of Silverton, which is of course the Silverton terminus of the Durango and Silverton. Let me find you guys that link. I'm trying to make sure I remember the name properly here. It's like the old 100 gold mine, I think it is, if I'm remembering that right. Yeah, old 100 gold mine. Yeah, shush. Come here, Link. Come here, Linky Link. Much like 2 years ago when I went on the Georgetown Loop Railroad, where you can tour an old silver mine, this is very much a similar sort of thing, where you can go through an old gold mine. You actually take a piece of equipment with what is known as a man trip. Basically, it would be how the miners would get from the surface or from very near the surface down to the working face of the mine, which is, where they would actually do the mining when you're in an underground mine. And, they'll show you around, explain how the mine worked. And so, you can actually, like at the Fraser mine at Georgetown Loop, you can actually pan for gold. And we have reached the first crosscut. Let's do a little bit of a marker there. Let's see. Go ahead here. Let's stow our stuff here into our shulker boxes. But yes, I've started to do some itinerizing for my next trip to Colorado. Like I said, originally this year it wasn't going to be this year, but 315 DNRGW 315 visiting, when that was announced last July, I remember June or July of last year. I was like, well, that shoves plans to not visit Colorado for a year back thing. And I always knew I wanted to go back to Silverton, especially, given the fact that I can ride with the crew on one of the steam engines. I knew that if I took that as my first trip, that would be setting too high of a bar. And that's why I wanted to make sure that I didn't set too high of a bar, so I wouldn't have too unrealistic expectations. It's a good thing I did. That's why I figured for the first trip, take the 21 plus car. That way I wouldn't have the mommy, daddy. Like I said, our coach attendant, Toby, he was a very nice guy, very hands-on, very social guy. Very nice. I think it's the sort of job that he seemed to enjoy. He said, I just started out part-time while I was in college and during the summer, and I just found that I just liked it. So, hey, it's one of these things is, if you're doing something that you keep yourself busy during the summer months during college. I know that there were several years in high school where I was doing a part-time job and all that. didn't always last for the full summer with the Tree Scouts, and was able to, either get, other oddball jobs or a little bit of occasional employment once scout camp had ended. There's, as I remember, there's a Home Depot there. So if I wanted to move to Durango, I, at least in principle, could. Don't have any plans to as of now, but, maybe if I get fortunate enough to where I could get a little bit more money saved up and that sort of thing, have my investments give a little bit of support, that might change, but not right now. Come on. I know that's going, if I were to go to Denver, I know that'd be a real hard time for me. Even if I was able to get like a set of roommates there, and I was able to get, a pay increase, it would still be a little bit of a hassle in its own way. One of the reasons why I would want to move to Colorado is, here we go, second cross cut. One of the reasons I'd want to move to Colorado is for the scenery. Excuse me. That's one of the, that's probably, one of the big reasons why, if not the major reason. I mean, of course, getting to be able to hang out with Heist and all that would be another reason, but for me, it'd be more of the scenery. I'm a sucker for scenery. Several times, with the Tree Scouts or some of the long haul family vacations with the Tree family, just getting to look out the window. Of course, now that I've been driving to Colorado, it's a case of it's not always been easy to be able to watch the scenery because, gotta have eyes on the road, don't want, to be in the tree mobile and then crash and I hear you there, Skelly. I mean, is that one thing over? It's gotta be below. Gotta be below. As I was thinking, is like that side gallery should be fairly well lit up. There's no baddies should be spawning, but I heard a Skelly slinking around there. Expand that way, so. I almost didn't get my torch there, guys. OCD powers activated and said, go check for the torch tree. You need to make sure that if you didn't rescue your torch, you can reuse it. That if you don't rescue your torch, you can't reuse it. Iron. Iron. Another place that I want to visit when next time I go to Durango is there's several places. There's a college in Durango called Fort Lewis College, and they've got I don't remember. I know they have a cultural center and an art gallery that I would want to go check out, and that would, for me, be a nice little thing to do. Because, there's so much that's, historical and cultural stuff about the American Southwest that I could learn about, and that's why I'm planning for the next time I go down there, more or less a 3 full day stay. Get down there, a late Sunday, for example. Do another trip on the DNS on Monday. Go to Old 100 Mine on Tuesday. Plus a little bouncing around town on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, do some more bouncing around Durango. I was starting to say gold, and the tree canopy went and corrected itself. It's like, that is not gold. That is iron. I want gold. And more iron. Yeah, just hitting the iron on this side gallery, guys. Well, lots of iron makes for a happy tree. Excuse me, but it felt good. Come on. Slowly getting there, back toward the main mine shaft, of course. Huzzah! Iron! What? There you are. It's like, I just saw you. Where are you? Hello! Come to Tree Daddy! Yeah, screw it. We'll just leave that stuff there to despawn. I got the iron I was looking for. Quickly. I know we're very close to our stuff here, guys, but still gotta decant a little bit. wanted you, son. A little bit more cobble there. Alright, so we don't done further goofage than necessary. We will, of course, go and process our done goofery. Or at least I gotta process my done goofery. Just put more cobble there for now. You go there. Let's see, how much of this stuff can we squash down into smaller amounts? Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's go ahead here. So, more or less, the terminal we've got with the current railroad set up is going to be our current terminus, because as you see, it's just going on and on and on and on. So I know that's at the end of the smelter, to the top of the smelter item sorter here on our left hand side here in a moment. We will, of course, have another portal. And that is where we will eventually, duck into the nether, make a railroad, because, of course, for every 1 block in the nether, we go 8 blocks here in the overworld. So why not go ahead and take advantage of that game mechanic to our strategic advantage. And just make life easier, shall we? I just realized I forgot the clay. Oh, not the end of the world. Clay, not so much. Clay, being forgotten, not so much. This sort of thing, though, much bigger dum-dum. This is a much, much bigger dum-dum. Don't want that there. All right. Now I've got friendly sounds off, so don't got to worry about hearing the minecart. Too bad. And give those guys a little bit here to do their pistoning there. While we wait for that to happen, for our mine carts there to drain, we'll head up here to the top of the access for the composter here by the sugar, and we are don't need no baddie suddenly sneaking up on us and blowing up a significant part of base. Don't want that. Downstairs to the base of the sugarcane farm here, and it just gives our stuff more time to drain. Stretchy stretch. Oh, I was thinking, I saw the redstone torches right there, and I was like, why in the heck do I have redstone torches? Oh, it's for the farm. It's the activation. It's the redstone activators. Because didn't get a real good view, because of course the way the farm is, you know, all I gotta do is just replace them on each level. 4 per level, 16 levels. 4 times 16 is 64. Yeah, the entire farm itself is shut down. It's just easy to come up and, you know, yoink, yoink. And then same on the other side. Yoink, yoink. I'll even show you guys. There's the entrance level. Since we have our top side entrance up here. You guys can see, opposite right there, that's, you can see where the bud switches are over there. So all I'd have to do is, you know, literally, you know, just you know, in place the redstone torches, and the thing would automatically extend out. So management for the upper farm there. And I just heard the cacti do its thing there. Tap, 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 tap. Ready, splash! No, I saw the granite there, and I thought, wait a minute, is that dirt, or am I being a dum-dum? It's just what's it? Get that there going. wait, I have my pick. Why am I panicking about? Why in the heck was I panicking over nothing? Five. That is why I kept my pick on me. In case I did a dumb maneuver like that. Alright. Let's get back over here to the other end of the smelter. Yeah. Okay, one minecart is missing. It's probably the one we only lightly tapped around there. The one when I placed the diorite. There it is. Hello there, boyo. You look like you're a little trapped on a slope there, son. What we'll do is, now that we have a 3 of 3, let's double check all 6. You are all empty. You are all empty. Hooray! So, before I forget again, let's get ourselves underway here. And then when we get back to the other end of the mine shaft, and like I said, it just keeps going on and on and on. Discuss some of the plans I've been tinkering with in my canopy. And all that, so let's get all the way over here. Go 1, 2, 3, plus I make 4. So, what I've been thinking about is one of 2 ways of doing stuff. It would still retain the stone brick as if I were going to be going past here with these guys. But yeah, like I said, all these guys right here, this is essentially, for these guys, these are the final terminal. Okay? So I've been thinking 2 things. Like I said, I was still going to do the glass with the lava and the stone brick as if I was going to, in place, track upon. But I was thinking either go like 100, maybe 125 blocks out from the current, from where you see torch there and torch there, about 125 blocks out, and then, have that be a terminal, and go about another 100 and 100 or 100 to 125 blocks out from that, and build out, and then, build a road out, build tracks out, build another portal, and then, be able to, once I get that to that approximately halfway point, instead of having to rush all the way back here and doing stuff here, excuse me, be able to head out, use the tracks that way, and then to the nether portal, and then continue on mining beyond, once I get to the point, carefully tear up the tracks towards I get closer to the nether portal, and then flip-flop to the other side and just continue going that way. But what I'm really thinking now is go about 150 blocks from, let's see, what block is that? We can make it, let's see, 40 blocks would be 500. Let's, take it up to block 600 on the x-axis. About block 600. That would be where we'll have the nether portal, and just it'll be a little less efficient, but go that little bit of extra distance, and then have the nether portal, and then be able to mine out from there and have the nether portal then, because I don't remember how far it is. What's it that way is stuff, but it is what it is. So what we're gonna do for right now, I for one need to go use the little trees room. So let's go ahead, everybody. We're gonna go and take a break. So yeah, guys, go ahead and everybody stand up, stretch, get something to eat, get something to drink, use the restroom, and I will see y'all here in a few minutes. Okay, guys, Tree is back. Oh, I realized something here. Realized that we haven't done this in a while. I've mentioned the fact that I support Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. And quickly get you guys a link to their YouTube channel. There we go. There is their YouTube channel. As I've said plenty of times, Tree is a lover of science. And there is their YouTube channel right there. And I support them by getting their Human Era calendar. So for the August 2026 calendar depicts a very much a Renaissance-like theme. Yeah, it's here we go. So for 2020 August 2026. Science is a party. In Renaissance Europe, science was being transformed into a practice anyone could participate in and even enjoy. The field of astronomy grew rapidly as new instruments were crafted to make discoveries, and champions like Tycho Brahe achieved notoriety. An eccentric man with a metal nose who loved to throw astronomy parties and collect great volumes of star data still in use today. So, yes. So basically, it shows the top of a tower, whole bunch of, think of a bunch of people with, the large, frilly white collars and a similar sort, and the tower that they're in has a view of space with a crescent moon. There's people we're looking from an upper level down to a lower level over a balcony and a railing, and just a whole bunch of people gathered, talking about science and stars, and that's why I've always liked having these calendars, is because the folks at Kurzgesagt will usually adopt a theme for the year, and every calendar month is going to have a little bit of stuff there with it. So just a second, gotta go hang this back on my door. BRB. But yes, I love watching Kurzgesagt's videos. And I know that some of the people I've talked to online, they're like, oh yeah, Kurzgesagt has got some real sweet stuff. Alright, let's see here. We need some more torchies. There we go. Not going to worry about the clay. We still got some capacity in that thing, but we do need to decant ourselves of cobble. Just on autopilot, trying to get it all out of the thing. Out of my inventory, back into the cobblestone thing. And, oh, look at that. We can make up another thing of blocks. Coal blocks. And one of iron, too. So, what we'll do... Block of iron, block of coal. Still who been, you know, messing around there with some of the coal blocks and all that, having to, you know, go smelt stuff. Yes, we are getting the much needed iron for the item sorter. Let's see, we're gonna grab another stack of dirt. Have our steak. Re-enable difficulty. Just gotta love it when you tap a block and you think, come on block, do your thing. And it's like, no, I ain't gonna do that. But if we can, not sure if we will or not. It would be nice though for, there we go. Come here. First I thought this was a block of dirt, but it's deep slate. Ah, nope. Let's go ahead here. What we're gonna do is a small smidge of future proofing. I love it when stuff like that happens. Come on, tree. Ah! The good thing about those what's it blocks is that they help recharge your air bubbles. Breathing capability. There we go. Come on. Go. I was like, get myself, tree, get yourself a thing here to where you can be able to see. Restore breathing. We will go get ourselves another stack of dirt. Wrong chest. Duh. And dispose of the fish. We don't need no tropical fish. Sorry, fish. But you are no need in my inventory right now. Thank you very much. These can't get to me if they can't see me. Oh my goodness. Yes, I love it when I can do stuff like that. Oh, look at that. I missed. Ah! That was a smart maneuver, tree. Or smart in this case, I mean dum-dum. Come over from here. Where? Okay. On you, water. Yes, as said, I know that you are the elixir of life. However, I do not need you constantly wetting my roots. Another tree paraphernalia. Get what's it, overzealous with decanting ourselves of stuff there. Being overzealous at times with block removal can lead to more issues than the treasures found within. Keep this oddball stack of dirt on us just in case. A little bit of preparedness wouldn't go to be too far afoot. Extra preparedness is always a good thing. And, well, we will need that there eventually, so that just lives there now. Come on. There you see a little bit of that extra preparedness. Sometimes it just takes that little bit of extra prep work to make one's life easier. We'll have to make up one clay block to fix the boo-boo right there. Get more clay balls as a prize. Speaking of prizes, that's actually kind of got me thinking about this thing I saw on I think it was on YouTube. I think it was yeah, don't want to go down there. Or rather, I'm not feeling like going down there. about these Redstone, these horror stories about people who won the lottery. And I know I mentioned about wanting to, win the lottery and all that, but in this case, it was about, folks who, they won the lottery and then usually because of the lack of impulse control, usually within like 5 or so years or something like that, it ended up, back where they were or even worse. So, someone, say, middle class, wanted to say like $200 million, and then, like 5 years later, they were far worse off than they were. So, it's made me realize that, yeah, probably very wise idea not to do too much gambling. Because part of the thing is that some of these quote unquote horror stories was included the fact, that people came out, as soon as they learned that someone won the lottery, a significant amount of money, people literally would come out of the woodwork to say, "Man, I'm so poor. I'm in debt. Please come help me." There was story I read some time ago now. There was this janitor guy. He had kept it so secret the fact that he had started up a doing. Oh, hello there, Gravel. It started up despite the fact that he had a very overall very low paying job as a janitor, and that he had an investment account, and he was actually worth millions. It was like, I think it was like $7.5, $8 million, and he had been slowly putting away money over time. I know I've talked about investing plenty. This is my usual preface. Remember, I am no financial expert. I am no investing expert. Always do your research. Consult with actual professionals if you're in doubt or need advice. I know that Tree Mom knows somebody who does investment advising, or it's either she or somebody she knows, something like that. Considering perhaps going and at least asking this advisor if for some advice myself. Said I've been investing with Vanguard for years. Did go check out, and back when I was working with the Jerk Bank, I went to an Edward Jones advisor that was not too terribly far out of the way on the trip home from the Jerk Bank, the route I took. And they are the ones that pointed me in the direction of Vanguard once I got let go from the Jerk Bank, because obviously I wouldn't be able to, pay for money and, have the money for investment and all that, And I said, it's like, I've been told I have to take my 401k from the Jerk Bank, as I now call it, and take it somewhere else. What is your, what can I do? What can I do with you, and to make sure I don't lose that money, because obviously I've been putting money in it. And he had a flyer for Vanguard. So here, have Vanguard. You'd get a much better deal with going with them because you don't know don't know what the future's going to hold for how long you're going to be unemployed, and I don't want to be taking money out of that and hurting you financially later on down the road. And so I was went and took it, looked it up, and I was he gave me some advice on that and additional advice on Vanguard, and I still have that old rolled over 401k with Vanguard. Bet you didn't hear that. Oh boy. Someone's texting me. Yeah. Just love it when trying to do stuff and people say, pay attention to me. Oh. Dad just sent me an interesting article about D&D. I'll have to take a look-see at it. Looks like it's a video, so not going to worry about it quite right now. About the closest, of course, we come to D&D has been with, excuse me, has been with stuff like Titan Quest and Age of Mythology. How much stuff I've been leaving behind here, because obviously inventory space is a thing, so let's just quickly decant ourselves. We'll put that whole stack of dirt there and the thing. We need to get another supply of torches. Wait till we get some more cobble before we stow more of it into our cobble shulker box. It's like, I'm no financial expert. Always do your financial research. Get professional advice. Get professional advice if in doubt. That's why I said I'm thinking about going to see the one guy I was talking about earlier. Potentially, to see if the Edward Jones guy still got his office. Of course, I could always call Vanguard too and see what folks there say too. But as I've thought about it more and more, I think I'm actually just better off not winning the lottery. Yes, I would still have to work and blah blah blah, but it's even if I were to do things right with winning the lottery, in theory at least, I have no idea how much safety I would actually have. That one of my coworkers has said that if he won the lottery, he'd be out of work, so he'd leave the job so fast as we wouldn't know what frickin' happened to him. It'll be a case of what caused coworker so and so to quit. Well, we would, if lottery had been recently won here in Treelandia, of course I would know I would have my theories, but wouldn't guarantee it. Gold! And more gold! That just makes me want to go visit the old $100 mine outside of Silverton there all the more! For me, it would be not just merely the chance to pan for some gold, because they do offer that like they did at the Fraser mine at Georgetown Loop. And also, the historical stuff. As you guys know, I love myself history. Get our torchies there. Just love myself history. It's usually one of the things I just love to do, after work, and whenever I do manage to get in some game time, is pull myself up some sort of documentary, pull up, maybe a few streamers, put them in lurk mode and on my end, and just pull up some sort of documentary. Because, yes, I'm still stuck on one monitor, and that's why I'm looking forward to finally being able to really start saving here pretty darn soon. And all that jazz. So let's move that torch. Set the torch back, and then we'll bring up right here. Alas, more bloody gravel! Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lapis. It makes me wonder at times, going through and mining and all that here in Minecraft about, about actual, like places where, would actually, find, like diamonds, emeralds, lapis, sapphires, all sorts of gems. How much, would people either historically or in the modern day actually, get, paid? It's a curiosity thing on my bit. You know, that in, like, from some places in Africa and other underdeveloped parts of the world, you know, there's been instances of, for example, blood diamonds, where, a situation where conflict or similar forced mining of precious or semi-precious stones is being used to cause bad stuff. No. And copper. Really like to try to do is, like I said, I'd really like to try and get these this guy finished in at least just a sec here. I'm gonna stretch just a sec, guys. Sorry, both my trunk and my roots. Oh, jeez, frickin' Louise, are just needing to be stretched. Jeez, Louise. You know, stuff is stuff. Oh, there we go. What time are we at? Just over 2 hours. If we really do it right, we might be. I think we could probably squeeze it in to where we can get iron. Oh, Zambit nearby. Oh, and a wub wub. It's a wub wub. I hear you there, wub wub. I hear you too, Zambit. There is redstone. Curiosity is getting the better of me, guys. Out there. Oh, hello. Hello. Back, Zambit. Back. Back, you flaming rotten guy. Hello, wub wub. I see you. Whoa, it's a zombie apocalypse. Aha! I got 2 ender pearls. Somewhere over here. It sounds like there's more area there. Shut up, Zambit. Tired of your moaning and groaning there, son. Deep slate. Oh, ooh, you're a bliggy, Zambit. Look at all that gold ore you got on you. I, however, am far more interested in your iron shovel. And you coughed up nothing save rotten flesh. You jerky McJerk face. Why, hello there, son. I see you. And you see me. Guess what? Taste my sword. Would have been nice if he coughed up an iron block, but... Whoa! Creepy creep! Hello, creeper! Back, you green jerk! Thank you for the... Oh, he's got a buddy! He got a buddy! Come on up here, you four-legged green fiend! Oh. Ha-ha! Aw, of course, he didn't drop any gunpowder. Or should I say, he didn't drop any fun powder. Yeah. He was like, no fun powder for you. Well, at least we got an ender pearl from that wub. It sounds like he's saying wub. W-U-B, which is why I call him wub, which is why I call Enderman wubs. Because it sounds like wub. On! We need to do another deposit. We don't need no bloody rotten flesh. Come here. Hate rotten flesh. It's nothing more than junk stuff from a junk mob. Look at tree. I'm now thinking about Clamave de Profundis. They've recently come out with a remastered version of their song Boic Brave Soul. And just some of the words of that song have been going through my canopy the last minute or so. Let me see here. Let me get you guys the link. I'll give you the link to the remastered edition of Boic Brave Soul. Oh, that's right. It came out 2 days ago now. I'm not sure if when it says the legend of Boic Brave Soul, I'm not sure if how much more beyond the remastered version of the original Boic Brave Soul, or the original version of Boic Brave Soul, or the remastered version. There's the link. How much of that stuff is what? I haven't looked at it yet. I only gave a little bit of a view of the remastered edition. One of the things that I liked about both versions is looks like I said, I didn't go through the whole remastered version, but they depict. Whoa, hello. They depict, as part of the song, a fire demon, similar in appearance, at least, to the Peter Jackson Balrog from Lord of the Rings, and of similar disposition, as the dwarves delved too greedily and too deep. They awoke shadow and flame, as Saruman said in Fellowship. And it's a similar sort of tale. I remember some years ago now, it was like 3 years ago-ish, something like that, 2 or 3 years ago-ish. It's about 2023, 2024, and been doing something. It's doing some family. It was a holiday thing. It's about Memorial Day, and basically I was been able to go get it was like Memorial Day weekend. I was able to go spend some time with tree family and all that, specifically tree parents. And we were doing whatever it was we were doing, getting ready for a meal and all that. And Tree Dad said something to the effect of, I don't remember what prompted it, but it was something to the effect of, I pulled up Clamave de Profundis, and Tree Dad and Tree Mom got to listen to this, and Tree Dad especially likes choral music. And he asked me, it was like, why didn't you share this with me sooner? And I was like, I have shared it with you, Tree Dad. It was one of their songs similar to Clamave. It was one of Clamave de Profundis' similar songs to Boic Brave Soul. I don't remember. I'd have to go take a look at their library to remind myself which song it was. But it was one of their dwarven songs. And I was like, yeah, I've shared them with you before. And I was like, it was like one of my brothers, your uncles, would really like this stuff. And all that, so. I just can hear the song in my canopy, and it's just, why do I have to be thinking about this now? Oh wait, I'm busy trying to pretend to be a dwarf. Oh, I saw the torch right there, and I was like, what the heck is that? Oh, it's just a freaking torch from the time we just came through here. Farther, we're eventually gonna have to make a cobblestone deposit in our cobblestone shulker box. Just now, we're finally getting some drain on our what's it bar right there, our stamina bar. Iron. Seriously? Alright, let's see here. We will yank out our clay shulker box, our cobble, and non-cobble shulker boxes. Ah. Wrong chest there. Wrong shulker box there, Trey. Thank you. Oh, more iron! Yes. Keep thinking back to Bellic Brave Soul, guys. Ow. Stupid twig hand. Twig fingers. Ow. My limb wrist is suddenly deciding to not cooperate. Alright, let's go ahead and get our stuff here decanted. Okay. Ow. Some stupid thing. So let's see what we can do here. If we can get both this guy right here and this guy right here both done in about an hour-ish worth of time, that will make me a happy tree. That guy there. At least we got more ender eyes. Hate when I do that. Come on, thank you. Oh, we're starting to get that stuff all filled up now. Hooray! Just a sec, guys. Tree's got to go use little trees room again. BRB. Sorry about that, guys. When you gotta go, you gotta, well, go. All right, so let's see. We got that stowed up. I'm gonna need some of this dirt here for fill offs for this water system stuff we gotta worry about. Let's get that there. We are good on torches. Let's turn that back to there. And we will go start doing our next thing. You know what? Let's go do a fix up on our pick here before we get too deep into that. That way I'm not cursing myself later on saying, Trey, you should have fixed your pick. Look at what you're about to do. You're about to lose your bloody freaking pick. Don't want that happening. So I'm hoping that if we could get these two side galleries on this side here, the area we just left, done, I'll be able to get us started on expanding the mine down that way. And that's probably what's going to be happening for next episode is hopefully next week we'll be able to do another mining live stream. Let's go ahead and touch the... Ta-da! We're fixed. We will be spending our time for that episode. We'll be, extending the mine further out. Like I said, it's 460 whatever blocks it is. Hopefully we can get up to the 600-ish mark. We might go a little bit farther. It depends on how I feel and all that. But I'll definitely want to be able to see what I can do about getting some of that stuff done on off camera, at least a start to it. And basically, what we'll be doing with all that is, just going along here either side, going for a ways, figuring out, okay, torch, 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 gap, torch, gap, torch. Then, cutting, coming over here, torch, gap, torch, etc., down the thing. Make sure that we are, yes, we're back on hard, hooray. Ah! That was a dumb maneuver tree. Double dumb maneuver. The fact that I, excuse me, didn't get my shulker boxes put back where they need iron. And there's the thing. We'll worry about the iron here in a moment. I'm going to worry more about not getting sucked down the thing. Tree, don't do that. There we go. That's less dumb damage. Come on. I knew it was probably going to happen like that. Torch, so it's slightly easier to see there. First that, before I forget, come on, tree. Keep yourself swimming. Gosh darn it, now I'm thinking of just keep swimming from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, swimming. Ah! Let's quickly get our stuff there going. I've never seen Finding Dory. I know that's the sequel to Finding Nemo, but I've never seen it. Never really had much interest. one of my favorite little bits was in Finding Nemo was when Marlin and Dory have made it to Sydney, and God, what's his face? The seagull guy. God, I'm blanking out on who the seagull's name. Gosh darn it! I have to look it up. I have to frickin' look it up. See. Nigel, that was it. Nigel. He goes and says, if you want, of course, with Dory and Marlin being fish, they can't, breathe in the air. They breathe in the water. And so, they're panting as though, like, if they were like human, when humans would be in a thin atmosphere. Nigel goes and says, the mine seagulls, they are wanting to look to pounce on Dory and Marlin, and Nigel goes and says, if you want to live, hop into my mouth. And it's like, and Marlin's like, yeah, right, you're gonna eat us. And it's like, and he said, and Nigel says, I can take you to your son. He's orange and white and has a kippy fin. And of course, Marlin says, that's my son! And the mine seagulls just start going, mine, 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 mine. And of course, they have to. The group has to give them the whole rigmarole of escape and all that, deception. Yeah, that's one of my favorite bits of that film is how Nigel comes and saves Marlin and Dory, and of course Dory's having when they're before Nigel gets the mine seagulls trapped in the sail, she's just having an absolute blast. And Marlin's freaking out as they're hanging out the front of Nigel's mouth and all that. It's one of the funnier bits of that film. It's like, mine, mine, mine. And of course, when all the mine seagulls get trapped in the one sailboat's sail, you can see all the beaks just going, mine, mine, mine. When that happens. There we go. I was just glitched out. You see all these little sets of beaks going, mine, mine, mine. Alright, let's see here. Oh, hello. Little bit of lapis. That it? Spoil sport game. Spoil sport game. You know, it's I've always found it interesting. You know, the younger version of Trey that saw Finding Nemo always found it interesting and kind of pleasant in a way that Nigel, a pelican, would help go to the effort of helping Marlin try to find his son and all that. I've not watched Finding Nemo in years, but as would be typical, a lot of people, can fixate on one particular thing, and I don't remember if I've ever seen anything about how the writers came up with the seagulls doing their mine. That flock of seagulls doing their thing there. So with the mine, obviously did something. Somebody obviously came up with that, and they stuck with it, and it's obviously entered pop culture since. I just love it in the film when 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. When of course Marlin and Dory come across the old presumably World War II submarine, and they have in all the mines, and of course Bruce and his posse, and of course one of my favorite part is when they have the mask and all that, and Dory accidentally gets smacked the way she does, gets a nosebleed, and that activates Bruce the Shark's monster mode, with him being the unstoppable shark killer, and got his two shark buddies. I'm blanking out on their names. They look at each other and go, "Intervention!" It's one of the funny bits of that film. And of course, later when the torpedo gets dislodged and from the front tube of the submarine, and Bruce comes back to his senses, and he sees the torpedo heading toward one of the mines, and he goes, "Swim away! Swim away!" But yeah, it's like, so I've always found it funny, once Dory's blood, gets sucked up Bruce's nose, and he says, "Oh, it smells good," and he goes, it starts going back into killer mode, and his two buddies go, "Intervention!" God, it was I just remembered one of the guys' names is Chuck, and I'm blanking out on the other guy's name. Let's see here. Let's get ourselves decanted of some loot here, shall we? Into our shulker boxes. We should have done that when we went. We should have taken our stuff back, some of our stuff back for clay when we Oh, excuse me. We should have taken some of the clay back when we went back to get XP for our pick. But did I think about that? No. Of course not. And iron! that. Well, we got an extra block of cobble, so. Let's see that stuff here with the ravine. Pretty large ravine. Yeah. There we go. Detrapped myself, I did. Something to, a little bit of whiskey right there. Oh, on, be careful, tree. Use your fortune pick. I don't care where the heck you are, Zambit. You stay the heck away. A little bit of whiskey. So being home right now, as I've always said, I prefer, you know, that was doubly stupid. Doing a very long distance without a torch and not doing that at all, and then of course, oh hello, and then of course, knocking down a torch. Tree, you're being silly. So hopefully later today, Monday, now that it is very early Monday, Treelandia time. Hopefully later today we'll be able to, oh, just a sec, guys. Sorry about that. And felt a sneeze coming on there, and I didn't want to blow headphones uses out. Ears out, that is. Need to take care of some of this gravel that we now have in our inventory. So let's go ahead and make some depositing and get the irons. Push on here a little bit, and then we'll come back and to finish putting up digging out all that stone, so we can have cobble, so we can place our bloody gravel. So we have 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wunderbar. There we go. Let's go ahead here. We will yank out some more torches. And before I forget, bye-bye there. Flint, actually, we don't need a... Yeah. There we go. let's go ahead here. We will quickly go ahead here and excuse me, decant some of our cobble here into our cobble shulker box. That way we don't got no surprises, or fewer surprises coming up on us when we suddenly have a full inventory. And we're starting to get there in terms of the first cross cut. Iron! Torch. And fortune pick. Ah! Dum-dum. I'm thinking here, guys, that we'll probably get done with this side gallery and then we'll call it a stream. That way I can make sure to get a few last minute chores done before I have to head to bed. And try to get to bed at a reasonable amount of time so we can have some TQ later today, Monday. Excuse me, but it felt good. So what I will aim to do off cam is get what will be the side gallery that'll be 2 blocks this way, hopefully done off cam, as well as a start to expanding the mine shaft. And we will have that be the bulk of next episode. Probably all of next episode. Truth be told. And that will be that. Might go a little bit farther for the like I said, I definitely want to have it extend out to, we'll see where we end up with as we go along. Come on. Thank you, dirt. Don't be a derp. Don't be derp there, dirt. I'll see how much stuff I can get done of off cam between this episode and hopefully next Sunday. And we'll go from there. I'm starting to feel tired. You know, I've been doing some errands and chores. Got a little bit of mining done pre-stream, of course, but doesn't always. Oh, first cross cut! Huzzah! Huzzah! Doesn't always be as advantageous as one might design. More iron! dislike when that happens because, of course, you know, doesn't always mean you get what you want. Just so you can hear, guys, gonna stretch. I'm definitely starting to get a little bit drowsy. I hear you down there, Zambits, wherever in the heck it is you are. You stay the bloody blazes away from me, sons. Wherever it is you be, that is where you shall be. Stay the heck away from me. I'm so glad that Mojang decided to update iron, of course, coal, gold, and all that to act like copper. Well, not just merely copper, but come on, to act like coal. It makes life so much freaking easier with fortune to get the iron I need. Definitely gonna, as I've said before, we're gonna have to, definitely gonna have to, for the next smelter, it's for the next world and its smelter, it's I'm gonna have to really go into, take experience from, you know, this smelter that we didn't complete like I should have. I didn't fully prototype it either. Let's take advantage of all the boo-boos learned from it and go back to a tried and trusted design ethos. Because I know that the last smelter we did, our last world was a heck of a lot better than the one we've got. If I had just done more prototyping and done a better job of prototyping, it would have been far better. That's maybe something I might do this week, actually, now that I think about it. And here we go, second crosscut. Let's go quickly extend this out here a little bit. Definitely think that the 3-block furnace, you know, 3 rows of furnace, you know, say 1, 2, 3, is a little bit over redundant. And that I definitely had on the prior smelter an overall better design ethos of separated out distribution systems. Yeah, it's a little harder to worry about. You know, as I think about it, I might try it again, actually, the 3 type, because the way it was... Because with the 2s, you know, like go out, come back, and then I have to go back again to get back to the start of the refill. We might try that again, but with the 3, but with the I think that's probably why I decided to go for a 3 block design. Iron. We've been through here, so I was like, it looks fairly illuminated, but have I been through here? The answer, yes. I don't always try to remember every single little thing I've been through, especially when I've got so much stuff to worry about. Oh, jeez Louise. Jeez frickin' Louise. Coal! We got some coal. Hello there, coal. Nope. I might just go ahead and try that. The 3, what's it design? 3 bolt, the inboard, centerboard, and outboard for the next smelter. But do it with the prior smelter stuff, you know, having at least for the prior designs, separated out stuff so that we have a lot of, I hear you, wub wub. Separated out stuff for, you know, like the metals, clay, sand, another brick. That was one of our big problems, was trying to make smaller, less resource intensive. Excuse me. Had to stretch there. A lot less resource intensive use, but at the same time, not giving myself enough, essentially, operating room. On either the cobblestone or the non-cobblestone sides of the smelter. And that is why I'm thinking try it again. Excuse me. plenty dum-dum. Do I... Oh, good. Wunderbar. Wunderbar. I definitely think we're going to go ahead and call stream here, guys. Mostly because, like I said, I got a few things I want to take care of before I head to bed. Want to head to bed? Excuse me. Want to head here to bed at a decent time, so... Yeah, even my Minecraft bed looks pretty tempting right now, I will admit. So yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead here and end stream so as that I can get my stuff done. I am not sure if we are going to go say hi to on a raid. Let me quickly take a gander here. I don't want to be speaking out my tree butt for stuff. Whew. Okay. Let's see here. I see somebody we could potentially go say hi to. Let me go ahead and pull them up. So that's oh good, they haven't been streaming for too long. So yes, we do have a raid target. Let me get out raid call. We are, of course, going to, be doing ourselves a flavor and raiding. So let me go ahead here and get out the raid command. We're going to be raiding DVV, Dragons vs. Vampires, over at twitch.tv/Dragons vs. Vampires. So go and select our raid message, which is: the tree grove has arrived to bring you shade and water. Standard raid call. Please wait for me to post first. Want a nice, strong raid behind me. So hopefully later today, Monday, if not probably tomorrow, Tuesday. Excuse me. Hopefully we will have another episode of Let's Play Titan Quest Season 4. Because hopefully, as well as sometime, hopefully later this week, Thursday or Friday, hopefully one of those 2 days. We'll also have on Saturday, hopefully, knock on wood, another episode of Building Saturdays and City Skylines on Saturday. Next Sunday will, of course, be another episode here of another Midwestern Minecraft Mining Livestream. And we'll be doing, of course, hopefully some work on extending the mineshaft to make it all nice, neat, and pretty. Blah, 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 blah. Excuse me, but it felt good. If you're watching here on Twitch at twitch.tv/OsageOrange, please remember to go ahead and hit that follow button. If you are following over on YouTube at youtube.com/OsageOrangeGaming, please remember to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon for notifications. It really does help. So let's go ahead here. We're going to get this raid party started. May you guys have fair weather, bountiful water, and secure soil. I'll see you guys next time.